what's up, YouTube? Here to bring you another Let's Talk. This is kind of becoming a little theme here, a little series, and occasionally I'll do these little talks about just what's been going on gaming-wise and opinions on stuff. So expect to see more of these because they're actually kind of cool to do. But as you can see by the title today, I'm going to be talking about my opinion on the I can't even fucking talk. Shin Megami Tensei franchise. Now, most of you know, or at least most of my friends that, people that subscribe to me, know that I am a huge Persona junkie. I fucking love Persona. And I think most of you will agree with me that Persona is a good game. Now, it's not just Persona that I like, it's the whole franchise, Shin Megami Tensei. And now I'm going to get into why. Now, I'm not going to get into, reviews. I'm just going to talk about each little mini series in the franchise. So now here's a little history. Now don't quote me on some of this stuff because I could be wrong. Shin Megami Tensei, there's 4 games in the main series, but 2 of them we did not get. I believe the first 2 were on the Super NES. I could be wrong. Don't be like, Sword, you're stupid or anything, because I don't know. I could be wrong, but they were in Japanese. We did not get them. So that kind of sucks. Now, as far as I know, they weren't under any special name like Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which is actually the 3rd in the main series. Now, here's another little history lesson, is that, like I just said, Nocturne is the 3rd in the main series. It's on the PS2, which can be bought on the cheap. But the thing is, if you haven't noticed, and for those of you who do know that it's the 3rd in the main series, that it doesn't say Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Now, I guess Atlas figured that, since those guys in America didn't get the first 2, it wouldn't make sense to put Shin Megami Tensei 3 and be like, what the hell, where's the first 2? So I thought that was a good design choice because it would, kind of blow, like not make very much sense for them to put Shin Megami Tensei 3. So that's why it's like that. Now, Strange Journey on the DS, which is actually a fantastic game, by the way. I was not expecting it to be that good, is the 4th in the series. Now, I'm going to get into a little... Now, Shin Megami Tensei, what do I like about these games? Well, they're very original. They have excellent plots, in my opinion. Gameplay is very... I always notice that the combat systems, especially, are very fast-paced, but they're also deep in their own way and fun. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that they're very deep, the battle systems are very original, like Resonance of Fate or some crazy game like that. But they have strategy. Now, Shin Megami Tensei has a little element what I like to call strength and weakness. That's a little name I gave it. Is because in each of the games that I've played that are in the franchise, always have some sort of bonus or give you some sort of advantage during combat if you manage to hit an enemy with a critical hit or exploit their weakness. For example, Persona, if you hit an enemy with an attack they're weak against, they get knocked to the ground and the attacker will get to go another turn. Easy enough, and the same can be done to you. Games like Digital Devil Saga and Nocturne, they use the press turn systems where each character represented one turn icon, and if you manage to hit an enemy with a critical or weakness, only half an icon would be expended. But if you miss, or if you hit an enemy that nullifies that element or absorbs or something like that, 2 icons will be used. So that's pretty cool. Now, what do I like about each of these individual games? I like Nocturne because it has a very dark atmosphere. I love that about that game is that it's very dark. It's post-apocalyptic. It's not spiky haired kids running around that are 10 years old. It's actually just one guy, one kid, one normal teenage high school student that's half demon. That's awesome. Now, I will say probably the only fault I can think about Nocturne is that, now let me just say this, the story is very good, but therein lies the problem, is that there's not enough. It's like if I wander around a dungeon for 3 hours and then I finally get to the end, I get a 5-minute cutscene. It's like a 30-second cutscene, boss battle, then a 5-minute cutscene. That's come on. I would have liked more story, especially since it was so good. Strange Journey, Shin Megami Tensei 4, is on the DS. Now, when I bought this, or actually before that, when I heard about the game's release, I was like, oh, it's cool. SMT on the DS, this will be fun. Then I heard it was on the main series. I was like, that's bullshit. Why would they put a major project like this on the DS? But I was rewarded with an excellent game. Now, the story is very deep, and I love the atmosphere. It's like, and just the whole setting. I fell in love right away with the whole setting. That you're not a high school student like in most of the SMT games. You're an adult in the military, and you're sent to your unit is sent to investigate this paranormal distortion in Antarctica. That's awesome, and it's got a kind of Alien versus Predator, one of those sci-fi movies where the cast of characters gets killed off one by one as the story goes on. That's awesome. It kind of went back to the roots of older games, like actually the first two SMT games and games like Persona 1, where you run around the dungeons in first person, and the battles are also in first person. But unlike those games, there's actually very flashy animations. The battles go quick, like 15 seconds max. Depends on the enemy, but the animations, like if I want to do a normal attack, swing, that's it. 1 second, like literally 1 second for a normal attack. Not games like Lost Odyssey where it's like slash, that bullshit that takes fucking forever. That's not like that. Even the magic spells don't take that long to do. Very, very quick. 2 seconds max. It's a fantastic game. I love the story, and I love the art. I love really everything about that game. It added a lot of cool features, such as, if you notice in the other SMT games, it's like, what is it like? It's like, if you go, say for instance, games like Persona, where you have to go to the Velvet Room to fuse, or Nocturne, where you have to go to the Cathedral of Shadows to fuse demons, that kind of thing. So, but in Strange Journey, you could fuse demons, access something called the Demonica right from the menu screen. And I thought that was a nice addition. It made it less tedious, where it's like, oh, I leveled up a demon, I'm going to fuse him now, but I have to walk 5 minutes back. No. Click the X button. There you go, menu. Click on Demon Fusion, you're done. There's a lot more demons in that game. There's a lot more demons. There's, I think, close to 300 or a little over 300. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But there's a lot of demons in that game. Actually, in fact, the most demons I've seen in an SMT game. So that's what's cool about Strange Journey. Now let's get into some other ones. Devil Summoner. Now those are interesting. Those are a lot different. They're not traditional SMT games. Now, a little history. Now, I really don't know much about this, but apparently there were a few Devil Summoner games back on the older consoles, like the Super NES. That kind of thing, like Soul Hackers. I don't know much about the history of Devil Summoner, but for those of you who don't know, Devil Summoner 1 and 2 on the PS2, those are the names, Devil Summoner, and then there's Devil Summoner 2. Those aren't the correct order, but I guess they figured since we didn't get those old Devil Summoner games, they might as well just call them like normal names, like the thing they did with Strange Journey and Nocturne. So now what's cool about these Devil Summoner games on the PS2 is that those actually have real-time combat systems. Now that, like I was saying before, that the old Persona, Nocturne, Strange Journey are all turn-based. Devil Summoner, both games are real-time, but it's not like Digital Devil Saga or games like that where it's like, oh, some minor changes here, but the overall gameplay is the same. No. Devil Summoner 1 and 2, the combat systems are like night and day. It's not even the same at all. Devil Summoner 1's combat was okay. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. But it was a little boring. It was very bland. Rido, the main character's move list was very limited, and it was just kind of boring. Devil Summoner 2. Now, this is my opinion. It feels like Devil Summoner 2 when I'm playing that game. It feels like I'm playing Devil May Cry put into an RPG. It is badass. I don't care who you are. Devil Summoner 2 it has an awesome battle system. It's awesome. Now, let's compare really quick. All right. In Devil Summoner 1, you have Rido. You don't, in both games you only control Rido. You can't switch between demons because it's another one of those games. It's not like a set group of characters like Persona or DDS, Digital Devil Saga. You capture demons in that game. So in Devil Summoner 1, you control Rido, and you can only have one other demon in the field. In Devil Summoner 2, you can only control Rido, but you have two demons in the field, so it makes combat a lot more strategic and gives a lot more variety, and makes it feel just alive. That sounds gay, but it's really the only thing I can think of. Devil Summoner 1, let's go back to that. Rido's basic moves. Tap the square button, he'll do his 3-hit sword swing. If you tilt the left analog stick up in square in a certain direction, he'll do a thrust attack. If you hold the square button release, he'll do a spin attack. Those are his moves. I just said the whole moves in less than 10 seconds. You could also press the triangle button to shoot a gun. Now let's get into Rido's moves in the second game. In terms of sword swinging, he really only has one combo, but his combo is much larger. Like I said in Devil Summoner 1, if you do a normal attack, his move, he only does a 3-hit combo. In Devil Summoner 2, he can do up to 6 hits, but you also have to time your attacks, which is a little weird. You get used to it, you learn the pattern. But it makes Rido, it makes Rido more useful. There's also other things like in Devil Summoner 1, you were limited to different types of ammunition, but you had finite ammo. In other words, Rido could equip ammunition in the first game that had elemental affinities or different attack power and stuff like that, but each ammo was finite, and if you press I believe the triangle button, he would automatically shoot 3 times. And that's kind of gay because you want to limit yourself. You don't want to just go boom, 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 and that does 3 shots right there. You want to press triangle as many times as you can, and that's a little fault with the ammo. And Devil Summoner 2 was more interesting. You did have unlimited ammunition, but the thing is, you can only shoot 6 shots per round, and then you would have to reload. So while the ammo in Devil Summoner 2 wasn't quite as powerful, it definitely saved your life. There was a boss battle towards the end of the game. Holy shit, I needed that gun so bad because my demons died within seconds of the battle, and I couldn't go up close to the guy because he would kill me, and I would have to shoot. The battle took like an hour, but I don't want to get off topic here. So that's what's cool about those Devil Summoner games, is that they're both real time. Now guys, I know I have a couple minutes left, but I want to be able to talk about everything, so I want to stop this right here. I'm sorry this has to be multiple parts, and so stay tuned. It should be uploaded soon. I'll probably upload it like in a few minutes. So hope you enjoyed this first part. Hope you're looking forward to the second part, and peace out.